Hey, how's it going? Alright, so I had actually already uploaded this video. Thankfully I have 2 subscribers, so hardly anyone got to see it. Because the audio got all kinds of fucked. The gameplay that's playing in the background was super loud compared to me talking. I was just gonna fix it and re-upload it, but I rambled on a massive amount in that video, and I kind of want to cut it down, make my points more, concise, and, well, not just... I really should just write a script down for these type of things, but...
Intel wins wars.
Let's just get right to the point of it, which is playing the Black Ops 4 beta for the first weekend that it was available.
Taking the lead.
And overall, I'm gonna say I had a blast. Gameplay, like the addition of the health bars is a huge difference. Gives you a lot of tactile, feedback of how close you are to killing someone, and as well as how your teammates are doing. Before, if your teammates were taking damage, you had no way of knowing other than hearing the gunshots. But I've had several times where I walked up to an area and saw 3 of my teammates get injured and maybe one of them die or something, I'm just creating a hypothetical. But you see them getting shot, and I go, oh, well, I don't want to go that way, because that's going to happen to me.
Lost the lead.
But obviously, gunplay feels great as usual. They tweaked something with the movement. I don't know what they tweaked, but in previous Call of Duty games, I always felt like the weight of your character felt like it was exactly that, just added weight to slow your character down and hope that it felt natural. But in this one, it actually feels very natural. So now we're gonna get on to my issues. I actually ended up not recording any of the footage of the main topic here, which was Control, the game mode, because it wasn't fun footage to watch. A lot of it was me getting killed in my spawn, and I know, well, maybe you should do better at it. I'm not a great Call of Duty player. I'm not terrible, but I'm not great. However, in a game mode about capturing objectives, why is it okay to just sit in the enemy spawn and kill them? You just turned it back into team deathmatch. I don't know if that's because you're insulting your player base by assuming they can't handle the idea of purely objective-based game modes, which doesn't... I feel like that's not the case because you've had them in the past, although they've never been very popular.
Sensor going live.
I get the premise, because what I feel like it was going for, and what I feel like it succeeds sometimes in, is trying to create a lot of tension with, running out of lives. When you're down to your last couple people, it gets very tense, especially if the enemy team is also down to their last 2 people.
Good night.
And it feels great. Even when you end up losing it, just the tension that builds up. Because this is the first time in a Call of Duty game where losing hasn't felt like the worst thing ever. Anyway. So, I had a couple ideas the first time I tried to do this video about how to stop the issue of spawn kills in game modes where spawns are fixed. And a lot of them were unreasonable from a game development standpoint. I mean, they're already printing copies, if not about to print copies of this game. They're not going to do something as drastic as redesign the maps for the game modes. I came to the realization that you could just make it so that if you can see the enemy spawn or are in the enemy spawn, you're out of bounds. You know, screen goes dark gray, timer comes up, out of bounds. If you don't get back in the mat, you're dead. It's not, I feel like that's not a very tall order for them to fix by the time this beta is over and the game comes out. And they're gonna need to do it if they're gonna keep people playing on these specialized game modes and not just relying on the usual team deathmatch. And I hope they pull it off, because deathmatch has been Call of Duty's staple, but it's far from the best thing it has to offer. I think Control is one of the better game modes I played in a shooter, because it has so many possibilities that are just being hampered by the fact that you can spawn kill and turn it back into deathmatch. So if we can cut that down entirely, if we can just remove spawn killing entirely, that game mode will shine. How, like, there was a couple games, not many, but there was a couple games I played where the enemy team and our team, no one tried to spawn kill, and it was phenomenal. The game played so well, they got very intense, we actually had close games. There was one where a friend of mine was the last person alive against one last person on their team, and he actually pulled it out. And it was, even if he didn't, the intensity of just being in that moment was great. Something that I haven't really felt from Call of Duty, ever really, because everything feels like, when in team deathmatch, nothing has any weight. You're just killing people. If you die, oh well, you're gonna go try and kill some more people. Alright, I'm gonna try and wrap this up. I know it's a fairly moot video, considering I don't have an audience, and Treyarch or Activision will never see this, but hopefully some like-minded people can come up with a similar or a better idea, and hopefully Treyarch will actually keep up with this game, seeing as it is multiplayer only. That's really going to be the key difference, is making sure that this game is constantly adjusted. I mean, they should really be treating this thing as a game as a service. Granted, there's already too many of those, but that's just the route they're going. That's the route they need to really embrace if they're going to go with this model. Yeah, I'll just leave that there, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, or if you had any other further thoughts on the matter, feel free to leave a comment, and smash that like... No, just kidding. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.